Hi, Aries. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Lightworker Whit, and I'm so excited to get into this reading for you. Okay, but before we begin, we have to pick your card for the full moon. I was going to say lunar eclipse, but no, we already went through that. For the full moon that we have coming up on April 23rd, okay? I like to pull this in advance just to give us something to look forward to before we get into your mid-month check-in. So it really gives you an understanding of what you're going to be going through for this full moon, and also to kind of just bring your reading to a close, okay? All right, so let's put this to the side. I didn't see it. Whatever came out, it just came out really quick, but I didn't really look at it. So stay to the end because I'm going to read the oracle message for that, okay? All right, in the meantime, I'm going to put these back up here. And also, if you can't tell, I'm back in my home in New Jersey. I actually invested in all of this in December, and I was not planning to go to Georgia to look after my parents. So I was naturally very bummed when I was like, ugh, I invested all this stuff and I couldn't obviously load my car with all this. So I had to be selective about what I could bring. But now I'm back home and I finally get to film with my setup. So I'm so excited. All right. So if you're new here, what we're going to do, we're going to go over how things are going, what's going well, what's not going well, where to focus your energy, where to stop focusing your energy, and what you need to know from spirit, okay? Please remember that this is a collective reading, so receive what resonates and release what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a personal reading on your specific situation, all of my links are below, and you can schedule that with me at any time. I'm pretty sure I have my calendar up for all of April, so you should be able to book something for the whole month in whatever time works for you. I haven't done that in a long time, so it was nice to do that, to do it for the whole month. Okay, Aries, what are we getting into? I'm using my Street Priestess Tarot because I like using that deck. I am using my ring light, which is only annoying because these cards are glossy. So let me actually pull the bottom. Bottom of the deck energy is Three of Wands. I just want to see if it's going to be all right, it's not so bad. I'm going to tilt your cards just a bit so you can see, so you don't get that ring, okay? Anyway, your back to deck energy is Three of Wands, so we have progression and growth. Love that for you. I really do need a new chair, y'all. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, now remember, I said, now I hope everything is continuing to go well because I said you and Aquarius are having the best solar eclipse. So I hope that is still true. Okay. All right. For the most part, I'm pleased with what I'm seeing here. Okay, Aries, how things are going. We have the Eight of Wands. Things are speeding up. Things are happening very quickly for you in your life right now. And also some of you guys might be traveling or preparing to travel. Okay, Eight of Wands is about quick action, fast movement. That's why you see all these folks running, okay? So things are just, now that we've been through that, now that we got through eclipse season, I feel like things are happening fast for you. Things are starting to not feel so stagnant as they did in March, right? I'm like, where are we in time? I'm so kind of messed up because Georgia was like 70 degrees almost every day. And so now being back in New Jersey, the weather is still giving November. And so I'm like, what month is it? Like, I don't understand. Okay, what's going well? Seven of Pentacles. You are planting your seeds and they are growing, okay? And you are tending to the soil. I love that. It's like even though things are happening very fast for you, Aries, you're still very patiently tending to all of your goals, all of your dreams, all of your visions. You're still kind of like not rushing the process. You're letting your plant grow as fast as it needs to grow. You're not rushing it. You're keeping an eye on it and you're keeping the pace. Does that make sense? You're keeping the pace with your goals. And also, too, as a fire sign, you love to rush. You love to get things done. So I think really what's happening is you're learning patience in a new way. And maybe you're learning patience in a new area of your life, in a new season of your life. Because it's not like you're learning patience for the first time, right? But maybe this eclipse is forcing you to be patient in a new way that you haven't had to be before, is really what that Seven of Pentacles is about. What's not going well? Seven of Cups. You have almost too many options, too many things to focus on. I want to say this came up in one of your previous readings, but I don't remember. Sometimes the Seven of Cups can indicate being caught in a fantasy, getting caught up in dreaming too much, dreaming up things that maybe are unrealistic sometimes. But otherwise, it's really about having a lot of options and needing to choose one. I personally think it's not really about fantasizing. You're not fantasizing anything. I actually feel like you're being quite practical right now. But I do feel like you have a lot of it. I feel like the Seven of Cups is coming up for you because you have a lot of ways for you to get done what you want to get done. For whatever reason, I'm called to I have a deck by Carrie Winchell. That's my therapist. I love her. She has affirmation cards, and I don't know why, but my eye just went to this because I keep them in front of me, and I need to pick the new card. It's like 10 o'clock at night right now. But I feel like maybe you need this, Aries. At day 13, that's when I'm recording this, on the 13th of April, I am one with the universe, okay? And I believe with this message here, I think you need to really get centered, get back in touch with like what you actually really want to help you make a decision. That's oftentimes what the Seven of Cups is about. It's like, yeah, you want all these things, but what do you really want? What do you want most anyway? So become one with the universe so that you can attract that to you. And if you're not like super woo-woo and you're like, Whitney, what the fuck does that mean? That means quiet your mind, get centered, and really just allow your mind to envision like what bliss looks like for you. And don't try to force a reality, Don't try to force a dream or a visualization of what is most practical. Allow yourself to truly dream. And then let that be your North Star. Okay. Where to focus your energy? Literally your intuition, the moon. Okay, not everything is going to be super clear right now, especially because things are happening so fast. You might not be able to wait on certain information to come in. You just have to be making quick decisions. You're still trying to water and plant all your seeds. You're going with the flow, but you have to really focus on your intuition. You're not going to have all the answers right now, Aries. Things are meant to be unclear for right now. So you really are forced to focus on your intuition, okay? That's where you need to focus your energy for these next 2 weeks. Okay. Oh, my back is like really having a moment. Oh, y'all, 30, I'm telling you. Woo! Oh, I hope y'all didn't hear that. Oh my God. My back has really been giving me problems lately. But I claim that I'm healed in the name of Jesus, okay? All right. Where to stop focusing your energy? Three of Swords. Now let's get a clarification on this, because Three of Swords is often related to heartache, sadness, grief, loss. Not all the time grief and loss, but it's when you go through something so tumultuous that you have to heal. And this is where to stop focusing your energy. So let's see what or why. I've been liking this deck lately. I don't work with it a lot, but this is my Urban Tarot. I don't know why I've been working with it more often. I don't love it, but I'm starting to. I've had it for months. Okay, let's see what came out. Justice and Peace. That's hilarious. Okay, that is what flipped out. Now, mind you, this is it's a deck that is geared towards New York City, okay? So I almost feel like Aries, first of all, let me show you the cards. Justice, okay? Now, this often represents Libra, but also, of course, fairness, justice. This is very interesting that this is a police officer that is blindfolded and holding a sword. I'm telling you, this deck is really... Also, I need to really read the guidebook more. I don't work with it enough, like I said, to really understand the author's intention behind each card. However, still, justice means balance, fairness, karma. Anyway, I kind of just feel like you didn't get what you deserved. Okay? And interesting that the Two of Swords is coming out because it says peace at the bottom, which is not really what that card represents. And it almost looks like, you know what's interesting? It's like this card, it's like almost looked like a jail yard. Am I saying that right? But you know how you get time outside at like a prison yard? But Two of Swords is about indecision. And it comes right before the Three of Swords. Okay? Sometimes you get so confused and conflicted about something. Maybe sometimes you make the wrong decision and you're kind of fucked up in the game about it. However, I don't really think that's what this means here. You need to stop focusing on what you can't fix. A decision was made, whether by you or someone else, and honestly, it kind of just feels permanent, okay? I don't think you can change it at this point. You just kind of have to, I hate to be tough on you, but you almost kind of have to just get over it. I don't think you have any other say in the matter. I don't think that you can influence the situation any further. It just is what it is, and you have to kind of move on. I don't want you to waste energy on trying to prove your case or trying to make them understand why you were right. It's just a waste of energy. However this resonates for you. Okay? And then what you need to know from Spirit is the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. Let's clarify this too, because the Hierophant can mean many things. It can mean a spiritual teacher. It can mean needing to be your own spiritual teacher. It can be related to institutions and organizations. So let's clarify the Hierophant, please. And it's being clarified with the Five of Swords. Lots of swords. I want you to be really careful about being all up in your head. I think you're in your head because, again, you're not used to focusing on your intuition. So you're really kind of like, I don't want to fuck it up again. I don't want to make the wrong decision. Baby, you just got to focus on your intuition. Just focus on what feels right, and God will handle the rest. Choose whatever option, Aries, feels the most peaceful to you, not necessarily to everybody else. What makes you the most happiest? What makes you the most calm? What makes you the most excited even? Something I've been thinking about a lot is following the path of least resistance, but not the path of least effort, okay? Sometimes the path of least resistance requires more effort, but it will reap more rewards, right? Right? You're going to reap what you sow. Anyway, back to the Hierophant. Five of Swords. You need to stay on their neck is really what it's about. This is interesting. Is this like a game of poker? Kind of. It almost looks like a game of poker, sort of. Five of Swords is about, as you can see, it says defeat at the bottom. But it really is about doing whatever it takes to get something done. Kind of like, you know what? I actually really like the card in this deck. I like the imagery in this deck best. I actually feel like it's so Aries. I hope I find it fast. Because it is very like, I shall be the last one who remain. It's very like that energy. Also, guys, I've been watching Vikings all day, so I'm sorry if I give a lot of medieval references, or not even medieval. Is that considered medieval? I don't think that's considered medieval. Anyway. I hope I didn't pass it. I hate when I do that. I'll be looking for a card. Here we go. Okay, so this is the energy of the Five of Swords. You see, you get the vibe. It's like it almost kind of gives this energy of like the last warrior, the last one, the only one that can be relied on to get it done, to get finished, handle the battle. It's not connected with courage, this card, but I guess it could be in a way. Because you refuse to be defeated. It's interesting that defeat is here, because I don't interpret the Five of Swords as a card of defeat. I really don't. Most people, and that's part of why I don't work with this deck a lot, but we're working with it, whatever, because I felt called to it. But the Ten of Swords is mostly associated with defeat, which we don't have here. But the Five of Swords is mostly about doing whatever you need. It's about conflict, really. But also, again, doing whatever it is you need to do to get it done. So in the realm of the Hierophant, there might be a school, an organization, a job, a church that you're connected to, some sort of organization. You got to do whatever it takes to get what you need to get done, Aries, okay? You need to play the game, okay? Play the game. All right, now let's go ahead and get into your pleasure is what we have for you. Your full moon card. I kind of love this. Kind of love that you have pleasure here. Were you guys able to see that? Pleasure. I just learned that I was born on a dark moon. So I never knew that. I literally found that out yesterday. So you should go on astro-seek.com. I found this out from a TikToker. What's interesting is the website that I found it on, I use that website quite often to look at moon phases, but I never looked at any of the other features of this site. So another great reason TikTok is amazing. Just learning new things about sites that I already use. Okay, your message is, are you taking life too intensively? Are you taking life too intensively or too seriously? The time has come to call in the pleasures of life. Seek lightheartedness at this time. Focus on what would make you happy. Schedule in activities that you find pleasurable. Focus on what makes you happy, okay? The affirmation is, I open myself to the pleasures of life. In our search for a better life, something happened along the way. We forgot how to find real pleasure in what we do rather than just being diverted from the everyday. Life can be overwhelming, and our rational minds seem to need every available minute of our time to be able to cope with Life can be overwhelming, and our rational minds seem to need every available minute of our time to be able to cope with its demands. Pleasure has taken the back seat, or there is a pattern of it now forming destructive tendencies such as binge drinking rather than simply having a wine or two with friends. A big part of pleasure is letting go. This does not mean surrendering or giving up. It simply means handing over all of our administration, stress, and worries for a time, and immersing ourselves in something joyful. When we don't allow ourselves to experience pleasure, whether in the form of laughter, play, sensuality, or the development of skills, we remain less than whole and feel a wanting. No fun actually makes us dull indeed. Over time, we are much less effective in our emotional and work lives. Over time, we are much less effective in our emotional and work lives if we do not experience regular doses of pleasure. Basically, all work and no play isn't that a phrase, all work and no play, something. Can y'all tell me what it is? Our ancient ancestors knew the importance of pleasure in the forming of a healthy mind, body, and spirit. There were gods and goddesses dedicated to happiness and the pleasures of life, such as the Egyptian goddess Hathor. The temples of Hathor were joyful places full of songs and beauty. There were even small temples placed in her honor outside other major deities' temples so that people could be in a happy and contented mental mood before entering to worship. The Egyptians clearly believed that having a positive or relaxed state of mind assisted in having a positive spiritual connection. The companion stone to work with is turquoise. For a second, I was like, oh my God, am I not recording? I don't have turquoise to show you, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows what turquoise is. So that is what I have for you, Aries. I hope you found this reading helpful for the next 2 weeks of April before we move into May, just kind of giving you a little bit of reset for your mid-month check-in. Of course, if you would like your personal reading with me, my link is below. You can schedule that. And of course, stay up to date with me on social media, on Instagram and TikTok and here on YouTube. So thank you so much. I value your presence in this growing community, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.